Some stories with morals are like paintings that portray the virtues and weaknesses of human beings. We do not know who wrote them, but the narratives have become popular and enriched with the participation of people. Therefore, it does not matter who invented them, it is the powerful message they transmit that is fundamental. Welcome to Possible. Today, we offer you 3 stories with morals. The first one tells of a wise man who imparts valuable teachings to those who come to consult him. The second concerns 2 friends and refers to the meaning of friendship. Finally, the third tells us about a lion, the king of the savannah, who learned something very important during one of his hunts. Let's now look at each of these stories in detail. Story number 1. The Wise Man. It is said that in an ancient kingdom, there lived a man who was known far and wide for his great wisdom. At first, he only advised his family and close friends. However, his reputation had grown so much that even the sovereign himself frequently called upon him for counsel. Every day, many people came to receive his wise advice. Nevertheless, the wise man noticed that some came every week. They always told him the same problems and listened to the same advice but never put it into practice. All of this had formed a vicious circle. One day, the wise man gathered all these people who frequently consulted him. He then told them a very funny joke that made them all burst out laughing. After that, he waited a moment and told the same joke again. He continued to tell it for 3 hours. All were desperate. The wise man then said, "Why can't you laugh several times at the same joke but are capable of crying 1,000 times for the same problem?" Story number 2. The 2 Friends. The second story with a moral tells us that on a certain occasion, 2 great friends decided to cross the desert. They trusted each other completely and knew they could not find better company. However, they began to tire, and their opinions began to diverge. They went from disagreement to argument and from argument to heated debate. The situation reached such a point that at one point, one of the 2 friends hit the other. He then realized his mistake and asked for forgiveness. The one who had been hit then wrote in the sand, "My best friend hit me." They continued on their way and eventually stumbled upon a strange oasis. As they approached it, the ground began to move. The friend who had been hit began to sink. It was a kind of pond. His friend did everything he could to save his life, and he eventually pulled him out of that place. The friend who had been hit and then saved wrote on a stone, "My best friend saved my life." The other looked at him curiously and he explained, "Between friends, offenses are written only to be carried away by the wind. On the other hand, favors must be engraved to never be forgotten." Story number 3. The Greedy Lion. The last of the stories with morals tells us about a very proud lion who was starving. He had gone several days without food and knew that prey was not plentiful where he was. He realized that he had to be patient and observe his surroundings carefully because if a prey appeared and escaped, he would not find another one as easily. The lion hid behind a bush and waited quietly. Hours passed and nothing appeared. However, just as he began to lose hope, a hare suddenly appeared nearby. There was grass and he had come out without paying attention to eat it. The lion knew that hares were very fast. He had to launch a sudden and decisive attack. Otherwise, his prey would escape. He waited for a moment and then positioned himself for the attack. Just as he was about to pounce on his prey, he saw a large game animal walking peacefully just a few meters away from him. He salivated at the sight. In a few seconds, he changed his plans and attacked the larger prey, which had seen him and had started to run. The hare, of course, took advantage of this and escaped. This is a story with a moral that teaches us not to lose what we are sure to have because of something else that has seduced us. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos.